She's retarded.
No. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jewel, of course. That's why the name of my channel is JewelTopia, and we have a special guest today, my mother. The reason why she's here in this video, and I know you guys know what this video is about, according to the title. What is it? According to the title, you guys should know what this video is about, and the reason why I brought my mother on today's episode is because she is the one who helped me get to where I am today. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and add me on Snapchat. And make sure you go check out my, my last video. And if you don't know what it is, I'll have it right here at the top and linked in the bio, so you can click on it and go watch that. And make sure to turn on your post notifications so you can see whenever I post something, because I'm about to start posting a lot. And y'all, I know it might look a little bit junky in the background because I'm currently packing to leave, and today's Sunday. I leave on Tuesday, and today's my first day packing. Anyway, y'all, so let's just get right into the video. First, on how I got a scholarship. Oh yeah, and this, by the way, this is a disclaimer that I'm not sure that this will work for everyone, but to all my friends I talk to who have like scholarships and stuff like that, and stuff that I've researched for like scholarships, this is just what worked for us. Okay, back to the video. Anyway, how I got a scholarship. The first thing is extracurricular activities. Mom, would you like to name a few that I've done?
What haven't you done?
Okay.
So volleyball, basketball, track and field.
Mostly field.
Yeah, mostly field.
What else considered an extracurricular activity? I don't know if NHS is considered an extracurricular activity, but I did do that, and student council for a little bit. But NHS I stuck to because, I mean, you can only get inducted into NHS your junior year, like at the end of your sophomore year, but then you start all your community service stuff like your junior year. So I did NHS for 2 years, and that's how I got most of my community service hours. And then I did student council for a little bit, and I got like a small amount of community service hours and stuff. But yeah, that's the first thing. And for basketball, I've been doing basketball since I don't even know how long I can remember, but I did AAU, which is outside of school basketball, and I did inside school basketball. And yeah, I did that, and I also did volleyball for a few years. The only reason why I stopped volleyball is because I had to go under surgery, and I had missed a season, and after that I just was just like, forget it.
No, you wanted to
it took me a long time to recover. Yeah, it took me a long time to recover, number one, and I just stopped doing it because I just felt like I need to really just focus more on my education, because I felt like that's what was going to get me into college, which it did, and that's what's going to get me to my career, and I know that will happen. Anyway, another thing, next point is good grades. Of course, you have to get good grades to get a scholarship. Like some scholarships, they don't focus on the grades, but if you want a scholarship to Spelman, they're gonna look at your grades regardless. Like, that's probably the number one thing that they look at. And I can tell y'all, like, I usually, most of the time, like 99% of the time, I've never made less than a B on my report card. The only time I've made a C is because Spanish, and that's not my strong suit, so I don't know. But y'all, like, if you make a C, don't be discouraged. I know I was for a little bit, but I made up for it like the next semesters and the next report cards, and with all my other stuff that I've done, like everything else. So I'm pretty sure they're not about to just see your report card and be like, oh, she had a C. rejected. No, they're not gonna do that. Just keep doing good everywhere else, and just let that C motivate you to do better and try harder and just, what am I trying to say?
Well,
strive for greatness.
And the more advanced classes you take, I think it plays a big role in it as well, because she did IB classes.
I mean, well, I ain't have no choice.
2 AP classes, but I believe if you do like IB classes and AP, and she was on a different grading scale, so her GPA was higher than a 4.0. So I think they also take that into consideration as well.
But I mean, I know some people's schools aren't. GPA scale isn't a 5. It's mostly like 4s.
But it looks good if you take an IB or AP class.
Yeah, so try to take like honor classes, and
I mean, even if you don't
if you don't take honor classes, and if you take regular classes, that's still fine too. Just make sure you do other things like extracurricular activities that play into, so they can see that you're a all-around person.
And community service is very important.
Yeah, community service. I mean, well, some people don't have the. I mean, well,
you can do community service anywhere.
Yeah, you really
even
can
outside
do
of school.
Service.
So
yeah, you can do community service anywhere. You can do it at school too, like you can
church,
just, like recycling, like
food bank,
anywhere basically. But yeah, like community service, extracurricular activities, and if you just take regular classes, it's fine. Just make sure you're doing great in those regular classes. Not everyone has to take honor classes and stuff like that. But for me, I took IB classes and AP classes, so. Yeah. Next point is GPA and SAT scores. Like, my GPA was higher than a 4. I'm not gonna say the exact number, but it was higher than a 4 because number one, we were on a 5.0 scale in my school, and second of all, my SAT scores, like the first time I didn't do that well on my SAT scores because I did not really study and put forth my effort, because the first time I took SAT, my school paid for it for everybody to take SAT, so I really didn't take it serious like that. And I was just like, let me see what can I do, even though we have had PSATs, like practice SATs, like in the past, and I never took those serious either because I was just like, oh, they just practice and they don't really count for nothing. But then when I seen my scores for my real SAT, I took it serious, and I actually studied and bought like a book from Barnes and Noble and stuff and studied that. Yeah, and my SAT score was like a 1300 plus, so it was more than a 1300, but I'm not gonna say the exact number. And I did not take I did not take the ACT. I didn't take the ACT, but I did take SAT, and I made sure my grade point average stayed where I wanted it to be. It could have been better, but yeah. Next thing is, since I went to an IB school, and I know a lot of people do go to IB schools, make sure you do your best on your IB test. I know most of the IB tests are like really hard and complicated, but don't just put down your pencil and just go to sleep. Actually try, because if you try, you never know, like they will still score your stuff and they will still like give you some points if you actually try and actually do it. Like, next thing, throughout high school, I participated in many things. Like, I ran for homecoming queen and I ran for homecoming duchess, and I know you guys seen that video on my channel. If you haven't, I'll put it up here at the top so you can go watch that video where I ran for homecoming queen. And for homecoming duchess, I actually won duchess, but I lost queen. But still, it's about putting yourself out there, being like around the, like all around person, and just like talking to different people, because you never know who is who and what opportunities might open up for you by doing different things. That's one thing I learned in high school. Next point is your resume. I actually had somebody to help me on this because I never like had a resume before. I know most people, if you're young, like you're confused and you don't have nobody to really help you. I actually paid somebody to help me. It was an academic advisor who helped me do my resume, and she helped me look over my personal statement and kind of revise it and everything. And if you don't have the resources or the funds to pay for an academic advisor, there's always Google, and you can always like Google different things to like help you fix your resume and fix your personal statements that you have to do when you're filling out and applying for colleges. And if you guys want to know about the academic advisor, I'll leave her information in the description below, so you guys can go look her up if y'all need any help. Oh, and if you're in Houston, and if you need an academic advisor, I'll leave her information down below. I think she helped people on like FaceTime and stuff like that too. So if you're not in Houston, you can still contact her and get help from her. Next, I applied for Spelman early action. It was early action. Like, I applied for it like in, when did I apply for it?
When it first opened.
Yeah, basically when it first opened. But
like in August.
Like at the end of August, because school don't start till like the end of August. So it was like the end of August, beginning of, what's the September. Beginning of September. Number one, because you need to know who your teachers are for that year. You need to know their names. You need to know their information. And I know in the summertime, you don't know that information yet. You have to wait till you get your schedule and everything. So that's when I actually applied for Spelman and other colleges on the Common App website, like Common Application. And that website is really easy to use. You just go on there, you put in your information, type in the schools, you add the schools that you want to send your applications to, and then you just type in all your information, and all the information goes to those different schools. Like, so you only have to fill it out once, but it goes to all those different schools that you want to apply for.
Wait, okay, so I have something to say about the application. Even though she applied early, and she got the acceptance letter back in December, she didn't get information about the scholarship till later on.
Yeah. So
it didn't come with the information at first. It didn't say she had a full ride scholarship at first. It just said she was accepted into Spelman. Maybe, I know it was after prom, it was after Spellbound when she found out that she was receiving a full ride scholarship.
So it didn't come when I got my acceptance letter, so I didn't think that I was getting a scholarship at first, but I was still going to attend Spelman. But after Spellbound, I started having like second guesses, and I was just like, should I leave my family? Should I stay here? Like, or should I go somewhere closer where I actually got a scholarship to? Because I had scholarships to other schools, and I was just skipping out on those schools to go to Spelman. Then I did that when I didn't have a scholarship, and all of a sudden, I just got a little message saying,
after we had applied for the Parent Plus loan.
Oh yeah,
and got it.
Yeah, so my parents were actually taking out a loan, but I was thinking in my head like how that's gonna affect my family and how it's really just far away too, and I'm not there, like not paying for me to go to school when I have like a dozen other schools that want to pay for me to go to school. So I really started to second guess that, but I guess God was leading me towards Spelman because He sent me a scholarship. The next point I have to make is letters of recommendations. The more the merrier. I know only 2 are required, and I think I got 4 from different teachers. But of course, you don't get your letters of recommendations from your teachers that like the year you're applying. You get them from your previous teachers because they really know you and know who you are. And you can get it from like your coaches, if you have any coaches, like anyone who has the higher authority over you. It can't be like friends and family though, but it has to be someone who has actually mentored you before or has taught you something before.
And they have to send. They can't just give you the letter of recommendation.
Oh, letter of recommendation. For us, we can't just. They can't send it to us. And we can't. Yeah, like the teachers can't send it to us, and we send it to Spelman or whatever school you go to. We actually have to request it on this thing called Naviance, and the teachers have to submit it on there in order for the school to actually see the letter of recommendation, so they know it's not fake. And the teachers have to put their stamp on there. It's like a whole lot, but yeah.
You never know what your teacher's
gonna
have
say,
put on there.
Yeah, what the teacher gonna say about you.
Because it don't come to the student.
Yeah, I mean, unless you just be like, go up to them and just be like, what you said, and they let you see. But and then it goes straight to Spelman, basically.
So
and
your teacher's right.
And our counselors have to write us one too.
Yes.
So that's really 5. And my last and final point on how I received a scholarship is God. you really have to like have faith, and you really have to pray, and you just have to be the best person you can be while you're on this earth, and just believe in God and don't doubt him, and because he's always on time when you need him the most. And I know I watched a lot of people say that only rich people get scholarships and stuff like that. No, it really is like you, who you are as a person, because trust me, we're not rich. The only thing we're rich in is love, but that's it. We're not rich in, no, we're not, none of that. And yeah, so basically that's just how I received my scholarship from Spelman, and you guys can do that. Oh, and last thing, if you don't receive a scholarship from your college that you want to go to, you can always apply for scholarships outside of it, like the Bill Gates scholarship, the Coca-Cola scholarship. But one thing my academic advisor did tell me, that it's better to apply for small scholarships and get small scholarships in other things, because it's harder to get the ones with like a lot of money, because a lot of people are applying to them. But if you go to the smaller ones, it's easier for you to get it, and then the money starts to add up, and there you go.
And like start your junior year if you can, sophomore.
Yeah,
but really
just start as soon as you can.
Start.
It's really junior year, because like you got to do your SAT scores and stuff like that. I mean, unless you take them earlier. Because a lot of people did start taking their SATs like when they were sophomores, so they could just keep on taking it and getting higher scores, because they do take your highest score. So yeah, so if you don't get a scholarship from your college, just apply for small scholarships. You can apply for the big ones too, because you never know, you can get it, but make sure you apply for the small ones. Yeah, apply for all of them, and don't miss the deadline, y'all. And every essay that you write, try to save it, because you can probably use it again for something else, because most of the topics are about the same for every scholarship like thing.
And try to have somebody to proofread your essay.
Yeah, proofread it too, because y'all,
your English teacher, someone,
English teacher, your mama, your daddy, sister, grandma, somebody proofread it, because you probably reading it and you just like, oh yeah, that look good, but somebody else can find.
You do have to have an essay for Spelman. And another thing that Jewel didn't tell you all, once you apply for Spelman, you automatically are entered into to get a scholarship.
Oh, so yeah, so you can apply for
the scholarship.
Yeah, basically you can apply for a scholarship at Spelman. They just have to give it to you. They have to look at you, review you.
Everybody who puts in the application at Spelman automatically goes into like
this big old bowl.
Yeah,
and
basically.
It's not like randomized though, but they actually look at you. They review you.
They review all the applications, and they choose who they want to get the scholarship
from. So you just can't be like, let me sign up for this scholarship at Spelman. Like, it's whoever submit an application. You just automatically entered into the system. And if they want to give it to you, they give it to you. If they don't, they don't. And they have multiple scholarships too. So like,
it's different scholarships.
Yeah,
like Bonner, Dean. I mean, it's a lot of scholarships.
I mean, it's not like but it's like six different types of scholarships.
But we don't know how many people they give it to.
Yeah, we don't know how many people they decide to give it to. But I'm just blessed. I'm thankful that I got this opportunity to get a scholarship to go to Spelman. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, add me on Snapchat, and turn on your post notifications. And also go watch my last video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Coming out of clothes, I'm in Wonderland.